Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Northern leaders hold conference, criticize federal government's handling of security crisis in the northeast, but agree on the unity of Nigeria. INEC chairman defends 2015 election timetable, vows to prevent a repeat of the mistakes in the Anambra poll. President Jonathan performs groundbreaking of the second Niger Bridge, says it's a promise kept. And China urges Malaysia to step up search for missing plane. Now, just a reminder to you that all our top stories are on our website, ChannelsTV.com, and on YouTube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, please visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Of course, you can interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap on the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and then follow the instructions to share your reports, pictures, and videos. Well, speaking of some of those reports and pictures, here are some of them from our eyewitness reporter. From Abuja, the nation's capital, is this picture tagged "Hard Work for Survival" of a Baggy woman selling yam around the demolished Apo mechanic workshops. And from the north central to the southwestern part of the country, well, this is number 1 Zebjoy Street, Teddy Village, Ojo in Lagos. It no longer has a roof, and it's believed to be a possible source of danger to the residents and neighbors. Well, these people from Egmi are protesting the blackout in their community, while Egmi power plant staff are enjoying uninterrupted power supply. Well, there they are on their way to the palace of their traditional ruler. And finally, we have the fuel scarcity situation. It continues in Ibadan. This petrol station along Ife-Ibadan Expressway after Wongon is selling the product at 130 naira per litre. Ooh, that's pretty high. I would like to thank you for sending in all your pictures and to ask you to keep them coming. Moving on now, the Senate Committee on Environment has announced plans to investigate a 21 million naira contract awarded by the Ministry of Environment in Bama, Borno State, northeast Nigeria. During an oversight visit to the Federal Ministry of Environment, the committee questioned the execution of the drainage and erosion contract in the town, which has been under siege in the past few months. 2014 budget. Part of the budget process requires that government ministries, departments and agencies bring their budget proposals to the National Assembly for scrutiny. But the Senate Committee on Environment did not wait for the Ministry of Environment to come to them. Rather, the committee members were at the ministry to get answers to some worrying questions.
Pictures are here with me, and these are projects that are in the budget. They have been slated in the budget. Funds have been released according to the submissions you have all given to us. Yet, these contractors have not received a single naira.
But midway, the attention of lawmakers was drawn to a project in Kogi State, which the permanent secretary had said was completed.
I want you to reconfirm even if anything has been done there in this place, because this is my area and I'm aware of this place. So I want to know exactly what is the status of this place. I'm telling you very categorically that this 95% or indeed work there is questionable.
The Kogi project was not the only sore point for the lawmakers.
Item number 173. Asphalt and drainage work control erosion at Bama local government Borno State, where a member of the Senate Committee on Intelligence who have told us, and we all are aware, that even they to get access to the place with military escort could not get it. But your ministry has gone ahead to make a payment, supervise, take pictures, make payment, and your director is standing by that payment.
I'm a little bit confused what to say now, because I assigned an officer to that project, and the proponent of that project, when I refused to push the certificate forward, came forward, and I said, how can I justify this? He said, the man has worked. Why will I not pay him?
Many Nigerians have said the budget defense exercise in the National Assembly has assumed the status of a yearly ritual where ministries present almost the same budget as previous years and more often cannot account for how the funds appropriated for projects were utilized. But critics put the blame on federal lawmakers for failing to properly scrutinize these agencies, saying these lapses could have been discovered earlier. Linda Akibe, Channels Television News. Well, security has been beefed up in Kaduna metropolis ahead of tomorrow's People's Democratic Party Northwest Zonal Rally led by President Goodluck Jonathan. Now, after inspecting the level of preparation at the Murtala Mohammed Square venue of the rally, the state governor, Mukhtar Yero, gave the assurance of a hitch-free event. President Jonathan is expected at the rally with over other top national leaders of the party as part of efforts to ensure cohesion within the PDP in preparation for the 2015 general elections. Now, the main opposition party, that's the All Progressive Congress, is asking the president to visit Yobe State to commiserate with the families of the school children believed to have been killed by the Boko Haram sect members. The party is insisting that a visit by the president to the area is long overdue. The APC believes such a visit will provide succor to the families of the victims, reassure them and other residents of the state that their government has not abandoned them, and they say it will also boost the morale of the troops. About 29 pupils of the Federal Government College, Buniyadi, Yobe State, were killed while their school structure was burnt in the middle of the night. An assault some of the survivors say lasted for over 5 hours. We move on to legal matters, and trial has commenced afresh today in the money laundering charge filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission against the former aviation minister, Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode. Mr. Fani-Kayode is facing a 40-count charge of laundering about 100 million naira. The offence was allegedly committed while he served first as Minister for Culture and Tourism and then as Aviation Minister. The trial began with the prosecution's first witness, Mr. Okechukwu Okeke, testifying before the court. Mr. Okeke, a relationship officer with the First City Monument Bank, said that Mr. Fani-Kayode's account at the bank has become dormant. The prosecution, Mr. Festus Kiyamo, tendered Mr. Fani-Kayode's bank statement of account between August 2008 and September 2012, but their inability to provide the bank statements between 2004 and 2008, the period during which Mr. Fani-Kayode served as minister, ended the trial abruptly. Efforts by the defense lawyer Ifedayo Adedipe to secure a long adjournment date for continuation of trial were rebuffed by the judge, who insisted that the trial had dragged on for too long. Mr. Fani-Kayode was first arraigned in 2008, and since then, 3 judges have at different times handled his case. The presiding judge, Justice Rita Ofili Ajumogobia, has fixed March the 18th and 19th for continuation of trial. Well, we're going to stay with legal matters now, and the Edo State High Court has remanded the former secretary to the state government, Dr. Simon Imokeme, and 3 others in prison custody over allegations of financial impropriety to the tune of 77.8 million naira during their term in office. They were arraigned in court on an 8-count charge of corrupt practices and other related offences, contrary to Section 22, subsection 5 of the EFCC Act of 2000. Counsel to the defendant prayed the judge to uphold the administrative bail granted by the EFCC to the defendant. But the counsel, that's the EFCC counsel, argued that if the court decides to do so, it should stipulate the conditions of bail, as all previous arrangements had elapsed now that the case is in court. The trial judge ordered that all accused persons be remanded in prison custody pending the hearing of the bail application and adjourned the case to March the 14th, 2014. Well, still ahead on the news at 10, the Naira firms against the world's benchmark currency at 164.40. Well, that's on Business News. Steve once again.